The advice that I would give them is to, start today. Start looking at deals, whether you're getting onto the open market, the MLS, or if you see a for rent sign out in the yard, give them a call. The biggest thing is just getting started. Once you get started, you'll learn a lot of things along the way. Get some mentors that are in the business, ask some questions. I feel like that a lot of people within the real estate industry, they love helping people and they love talking about real estate and they see the wealth that it can create for themselves and their family.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pro Show. I'm your host, Erika, and today I'm excited to be joined by Larry Carpenter III. He's a powerhouse in the real estate and investing space. Larry, it's awesome to have you here.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Yeah, we're super excited. So let's kick things off. For those who don't know you yet, give us the rundown. Tell us about your journey. How did you get started in the real estate world?
Okay. So whenever I got started in the real estate world, I was following somebody for like a job career day whenever I was in high school. And they had rental properties, job sites. They did a lot of construction and took me around, showed me his job sites and what he did. And it really intrigued me. And he had a lot of cool toys and different things. And growing up, we didn't have a whole lot of money. Um, so that was something that I was like, okay, this is something that you could potentially do well in. So, that made me decide that I was ready to, you know, start investing and things like that. So he kind of helped me out, got me started. I bought my first rental property whenever I was a senior in high school and started growing from there.
Wow. Was there a particular moment that you knew this was going to be your path?
Yeah. Yeah. I think at that time, that's whenever I kind of knew that this is something that I really wanted to get into. I didn't realize I was going to get into it as big as this. I just thought it was going to be something that was more of like just a part time thing, still had a full time job somewhere else and I was going to do it part time. And then the first thing that went wrong with the rental property was the AC unit went out and that was a costly repair, being in high school and having an AC unit repair that I had to fix and, make sure my tenants were happy. So I decided to go to school for HVAC. While going to school for HVAC, I realized I didn't want to do the crawl space and the roof stuff and decided that I was going to go into strictly business and the sales. And once I did that, just kind of started growing some more things from there and decided to get my real estate license whenever I had some buddies that were like, hey, man, I think this is working for you. So I'm kind of interested in getting into this. And so then we did the real estate sales and drew that into where we started our own realty company.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And with what you have going on now, your realty company, the investing, what markets are you in and what areas are you focusing on?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Okay, so we're in Indiana as far as our real estate goes, as far as the realtor stuff. And our investing is more in southern Indiana and into Kentucky, as far as our investing is. And we're wanting to grow that as well and grow our realty company into being in other states and stuff. But our main focus is in the Indiana, Kentucky area.
Yeah. And in those areas in Indiana and Kentucky, what are some of the opportunities and challenges that you see in the market?
There's a lot of opportunity. And within this area, there's such a vast variety of real estate to invest in. If you're looking to do single family investment, multifamily, commercial, there's just so much opportunity out there that it's just a really good market to be in. It's very investor friendly. Um, and then as far as like I guess, the competition is pretty good. So, there is a lot of opportunity, but there is also a lot of competition. So I think that may be on those things.
Yeah. And with that competition, do you have like a strategy to stand out or dominate those markets?
Yeah. So like within our real estate, we have such a vast variety of stuff that we do. So, if we're looking at it, or if say somebody reaches out to us and they have a property that they want to sell, whether we invest in it to purchase it through our company or if we have partner investors that we're working with that they could purchase the property, and then we also have the realty company to where we can list it on the open market and things like that to help people as well. So I think that whenever it comes to competition and stuff, we just have just so many things that we could do to help people that it helps us stand out.
Yeah, and I think what stood out to me is how many deals you've done in the past year. You've done over 100 deals. I mean, that's a serious operation. How do you keep everything running smoothly at that scale?
Yeah, we've got a great team that works for us, and we've got a lot of support there, and support within family and friends, things like that. I think that as you grow, it's important to get a lot of team members that are powerhouses to work with you, because you can't do it all yourself. And, as we grew, back in the day, me and the wife, we used to have to uh, go and do all the repairs and the painting and the clean outs and all that stuff ourselves. That's just would be just impossible to do it today. And so, just having people to be part of your organization is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to building that team, what was that journey like and how do you decide if someone's a good fit?
Yeah. So, I think one of the biggest challenges that we face is, finding solid help, right? Solid people to come work for us. And but over the years we've realized and what aspects that we're looking for and what types of people that we want to have come on board and work with us. And we've been very fortunate to get the team that we have now.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we were talking earlier, you said that you do some coaching, and I think that's really cool that you can help other people in the industry. It's also probably great that you're a coach when it comes to coaching your actual team members. Now, for our audience that is new to the real estate world, what advice would you give them as a coach?
Okay. So as a coach, the advice that I would give them is to, start today. Start looking at deals, whether you're getting onto the open market, the MLS, or, if you see a for rent sign out in the yard, give them a call and just kind of fill them out.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And ask them to take a look at it, and ask them if they'd be interested in potentially selling the property or whatever. um, the biggest thing is just getting started. Once you get started and you start getting into deals, you'll learn a lot of things along the way. Get some mentors that are in the business, look up to them, ask them questions. I feel like that a lot of people within the real estate industry, they're like myself. They love helping people and answering questions, and they love talking about real estate. Real estate, I think, is something that whenever people start getting into it and they see the wealth that it can create for themselves and their family and the different things that it can do for you, you start getting excited about it, and you want to help other people also be able to get part of that journey as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talked about finding a mentor and making those connections. What kind of advice would you give to someone that's looking to build their network? Are there any particular groups or networking spaces that you think might be helpful when you're starting off?
Yeah, so I would definitely look and see if there's anything local, any kind of real estate investing groups that are local that you can get a part of, and start going to some meetings. And I think that, even visiting like your local chambers, things like that, that could really help you, say, hey, I'm looking to get into real estate, or, they know people that are in that business. Um, so I think just getting out there and looking for that locally. And then as far as, even going abroad, YouTube has always been a huge thing for me. I get on YouTube and I start looking up other people that are in the industry, and, just getting on watching those people and learning from them can also help you locally as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you personally have over 10 years in this game and you've seen the market shift. What's one trend that you see that investors need to pay attention to?
One of the trends that I think that probably investors want to really pay attention to and start seeing, if you start getting into it, is doing multifamily. Multifamily space is a great space to get into. It stands true through the downturns of markets and even the upturns of markets. And I think that that's something that a lot of people that are in the investing world is really focusing on.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I'm sure you know, with that experience, I'm sure you have stories. And I know you shared one a little earlier on a game or in your game. You can have deals go sideways or you had to pivot fast with the property. Can you share some more of those moments and what you've learned from it?
Yeah, so it's I think every real estate deal has something different that happens, that you get into. And so you learn something new every deal that you do. And, being able to pivot and shift, within, working on a deal. Say you have somebody reach out to you and they have some different things going on or whatever, being able to come up with some creative ways to get the deal done is awesome, because there's multiple ways that you can do a deal, and just trying to find out what fits best for yourself and what fits best for the seller. Um, there's just so many different ways that you could do it.
Yeah, absolutely. For our newer listeners, are there, even though each one is different, would you say that there's, some that are, kind of your go to or are really useful to be aware of?
Yes. So I think one of the go-tos, as far as investing goes, and trying to get a deal put together, is definitely going to be the ones that you can go to somebody that's potentially already a landlord, that may be, looking at retirement and they're wanting to unload, say, a couple properties.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And you can work with them as far as even doing like some seller financing, whether they're financing part of it or if they're financing all of it. It could really help you get started if you don't have a whole lot of money to get into it right out the gate. Because whenever you first start getting into it, you may have some money saved up, but you start doing a couple deals, that money starts disappearing. So if you can get into um, people that are potentially ready to start looking at their retirement and unloading some properties, I think that's something to really consider doing.
Yeah. And how do you find those people?
Yeah. So, um, one easy way, if you're just getting started to find those people is, you see something that's, you driving down the road and you see a for rent sign in a yard of a house or a duplex, you can always give them a call and just kind of fill them out, see where they're at, see if they're interested in potentially unloading. You can even see if they want to potentially go to lunch with you and maybe kind of turn into a mentor for you to kind of help get you started. Somebody that's local in your area, it's huge because then you have somebody that's kind of in your backyard that you could reach out to. If you run into something within investing and you're like, man, I really want to ask somebody that may have ran through this before, they could be a huge asset for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Larry, what's next on the horizon for you? You got so much going on between your investing, your realty company, and coaching too.
Yeah, so I think what's next for me is to continue growing those companies, continue investing and growing that, but also just getting some key players in place to kind of help manage that, so that I could go out and start helping others within the carpenter coaching. I really have a passion for helping people get started in real estate. Have a passion for helping people, grow their portfolio. Whether it's learning in their market or if they want to come to my market and I can kind of coach them on what we're doing that they could potentially use back in their market, things like that. I think the next thing for me is just really diving into that, and that's something that I think that is a passion of mine. So, you know, if I'm out doing that every weekend, I think I'll be feel like I'm living a great life.
That's awesome. What for you has been the best part about getting into coaching?
The best part about that, I think it's just working with people and helping them get started in it, whether they're fresh into it or they're wanting to grow their portfolio. I think the what really inspires me about it is just being able to see them light up whenever they're doing a deal or they're seeing the opportunities that it's going to bring them and their family. I think it's just huge.
Yeah. With coaching, I'm sure everyone's different, but at the same time, do you kind of notice similar trends for people when, they find themselves needing coaching?
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of times people just kind of they they either get stuck in their own thoughts and they're over kind of thinking things, and they just need somebody to kind of help guide them and help them feel a little bit better about what they're doing, because it is a it's a huge thing to get into. It's a huge investment. The risks there, and so they. I think if they could get somebody to kind of help coach them and help them along the way and support them, that would go a long way, so that they could start to see the benefits of what real estate investing can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of sounds like it's a little bit of a mindset thing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Mindset is everything for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any tips for that? Like, that kind of help you stay in alignment with what you're doing every day?
Yeah, yeah. I think one thing that really helps me within, keeping my mindset positive and, ready for growth is just um, going out there and working on it every day. Go and get a workout in the morning, get to work, start making connections with people. I think that just working with the public and getting out there really can help. And I do a lot of YouTube YouTube videos. And that stuff kind of helps me. If I'm driving down the road, I'll put some kind of motivational thing on that kind of just gets me warmed up, ready to go.
Yeah. All right, Larry. Well, this has been incredible. If someone listening wants to connect with you, collaborate, maybe they need help with a deal or a property, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Okay. They can reach us through carpentercoachinggroup.com. They can see where our email, phone number, they can reach out, they can sign up for our coaching program. Those are great ways to reach out. And you can also get onto our social media pages and, just reach out to us through there. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure you will hear from people. It's clear you're not just playing the game, you're setting the pace for what's possible in real estate. Thanks so much for being on the show today.
Yeah. Thank you.
And for everyone tuning in, if you got value from this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to the Real Estate Pro Show. We've got more conversations coming up with operators like Larry who are building incredible real estate businesses. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.